blank brings you harmony and peace, a feeling of absolute happiness and all-consuming love towards everything you see around you.
Money.
Is that worth
Sport.
Is that worth doing?
I mean, without knowing anything
yeah.
else, yeah. Like, well, hang on. I don't want you to like have a gotcha moment. Nothing illegal. Nothing that's like very frowned upon. Like, assaulting people.
This is a sport. The blank was a sport.
Okay.
Any guesses on what this sport is?
So it makes
Billiards.
you happy.
Billiards?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a
I'm having a
reasonable
great
guess.
time when I'm playing billiards.
Yeah, I should be doing it.
Yeah, when you're not drinking though, is it as fun?
Yes. It can be, but it's like, you gotta have like that perfect amount of drinks.
Okay, so to give you a bit of a clue, think of a sport that the better you get at it, the more likely you are to die in that sport.
Like stunt
Extreme
jumping.
skydiving,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Extreme ironing.
It brings
The
you
mountains get
harmony
higher
and
and
peace.
higher.
Harmony and peace. And absolute happiness of everything you see in the world.
Long, like what's it? Endurance breath holding. I
Yeah.
feel like you probably would go a little bit loopy, get harmony and peace, and you get really good at it, but you might die.
That is spot on. Today we'll be discussing free diving.
Oh,
Hello and welcome back to Wild World of Sport, the podcast where three friends sit down, crack a couple beers, and go on a journey to try and find the wildest story from the world of sport. My name is James Wybrow.
Colin Sheaves, no relation.
I'm
Normally get a Ben first.
James's brother Ben, no relation to either of you. I'm back.
Yeah, well,
like it would
it's
never
thrown
go
off. It's thrown off without having Ben, having
Yeah,
a week
it
off.
feels weird, yeah.
Yeah, the international break was nice. Had a good time.
Just like in football, there's too many international breaks. We should cut it down. We can't get a good traction in the league. We can't get on a roll.
I was doing a bit of work though. I was speaking with a podcast promoter over there. John, lovely guy. He's been pitching this podcast to everybody he can get an ear of. Sat down, had lunch with him and his lovely wife Janice. It was really nice to get to know them.
Very good. I hope you, listener, are also promoting the show by following on Instagram, on TikTok, subscribing on YouTube, getting us to that magical 1 million subscribers. We're only about 999,000 away.
Yeah.
It could happen. You never know. Stranger
If you tell
things.
a few people, if you tell John, it could happen.
Well, my old chef when I was working in Canada found it and sent me a message on Instagram saying, "Get a haircut," and this episode was good. So I don't know how he would have seen
Compliment sandwich almost with one piece of bread and
it.
one
It's like
compliment.
compliment pizza.
Yeah.
We're Mr. Worldwide, all around the world. Love that.
Compliment pizza doesn't sound very nice, but the pizzas they
And
make
so-
it to all my friends, they are delicious. They've got some great ones. And they did a pickle pizza once. Is it still there?
Well, there's bacon and pickle pizza, yeah.
Oh,
It's
delicious.
still
I heard
there.
there was a pickle sour there.
There was a delicious pickle sour the other day. Fantastic. Coming from a pickle sour fanatic, there's no better pickle beer than the ones at Tamf.
But if you don't like pickles, there's plenty of other options. Head down to Tamf, to all my friends at Cook. Great place to go. All right, let's get into free diving.
Yes, free diving.
What is free diving?
Well, that is a great question, but I'll start it off with some biohacking. Okay?
Biohack.
So-
All right, then, what is biohacking?
Well, Carlin, how fast could you run 100 meters if it was, we go out onto the street, mark 100
Fast
meters?
enough.
In seconds, roughly, rough estimate.
I don't actually know. Obviously,
ACL
Usain Bolt will do it
intact?
in like 8. Okay, I'd probably do it in like, I don't know, right now, 20 seconds. Or
Okay,
something. Yeah.
20 seconds, we'll go with that. And James, how long would it take for you to run a marathon? Right now.
Marathon.
Tomorrow,
right now.
you're just going to run a marathon.
Oh, God, it'd be 6 hours.
6
pushing
hours?
it.
Okay. So what if I could do one thing that takes 5 seconds and potentially take 25% off your time up to 90% off your time? So you can now run a 100-meter sprint, 4 seconds. And James, you can finish now a marathon in less than an hour.
Well, both of them are physically impossible, I'd
Well,
say.
you would say. But this is why the sport of freediving exists, because of one biohack that the human body can do. And that is something called the mammalian dive reflex. Are you familiar with the mammalian dive reflex?
I am.
I can
James, go
imagine
on.
by like breaking down the words mammalian,
Mm-hmm.
dive,
Mm-hmm.
reflex,
Yeah.
something mammals. Like
Is
a
it like
reflex the body
something
has
we've
when we
gotta
dive
turn off
underwater?
so that we can dive?
Well, it's something we turn on.
Oh, we turned
So,
it on.
Our gills, we open up little gills in our necks.
It's a biological response that all mammals have. So when we're exposed to cold water, we suddenly become significantly better at holding our breath. So our heart rates instantly drop from about 10 to 50%, depending if you're trained or untrained. And your spleen, you'll go, oh, the spleen's useless. Oh, my spleen hurts. And it's, no one knows what it's for, kind of like the appendix.
It's for your mammalian diving.
Yes, well, it actually releases more red blood cells, which increase the maximum oxygen capacity of your blood.
Human body's pretty cool.
Can
The
be.
body then automatically prioritizes sending oxygen to your vital organs over your extremities. And it will store more blood in the thoracic cavity, which is your lung box, and
That's
store
the medical
the medical
term there,
term.
the lung box.
to help prevent collapse under pressure. So you go, okay, this is a pretty cool thing that mammals and human beings can do. How does it work? How do we start it?
You get in cold water.
Just
Like you said.
a splash of cold water around the nose and eyes is enough to trigger this response.
So if I went to the sink right now and just got some cold water and went splash,
Yeah.
if you were hooking me up to a bunch of stuff, you'd see these results happen.
Yep.
So you're saying before I go for my 100-meter run, if I just like chuck my cold icy water on my face,
Yep.
I'm gonna have an increase in red blood cells and run faster.
Well, I'm saying if you could do it for that sport, it's for like holding your breath.
Well, I mean, I don't know how much of a difference it'd make, but
Well,
like
having
that would make
increased
a
red,
difference.
red blood cell storage, it would help with oxygen, like limited activity.
I think it would make
But-
it.
Well, when
yeah.
you're talking about the 100
Decent
meters and it's hundredths of a second that
Yeah.
it's coming down to, like anything
you'd be shaving
you
off
can get.
something, yeah.
But then the water, the weight of the water on your face.
But you've also then got your heart rate drop, so then the flow of blood giving oxygen, you'd then have to jump it back up to compete. Okay, so free diving is a sport. And we're going to be talking about the sport and then one person in particular. And her name is Natalia Molchanova.
Is she, as someone that doesn't know a lot about free diving, is she like the Messi or Ronaldo or the Muhammad Ali or the, the top of the sport that everyone goes, hey, even if you don't know free diving, you should know her. Like Heather Mackay, you should know her
Yeah,
even if you don't know squash.
Well, I'd say you'd probably know more about free diving than you think because you've competed in at least 2 of the disciplines.
What, swimming?
Well, we can get into it. But she is, I would say, beyond that impactful than like Messi for football.
Wow.
I'll say because I don't know if this came up in your research or not, and if it did, then I'll keep my mouth shut. But I know a bit about free diving and whatever, but it's because of there's like these Japanese old ladies that like they're pearl divers and stuff, but they're like world renowned for like just how long they can swim underwater doing it. Did they come up in your research?
No, I was specifically
'Cause-
talking about Natalia here,
Right.
but I did see that nations and cultures around the world have different advantages in breath holding and endurance.
Yeah,
events
because I guess it's
of this
technically not
nature.
a sport. It's a very cultural thing. They're like pearl diving and collecting pearls and everything. But yeah, like it's like these tiny old Japanese women, like talking like 60 and over and stuff, and they go diving and they can hold their breath for a really long time. I don't actually have the stats on me, but it's like world class. People go and study them. Like, yeah,
Yeah, well, the reason free diving got onto my radar was, all the stop vaping ads.
yeah.
And then it reminded me of the old stop smoking ads. And there was one where there was a guy who was smoking, quit, and was celebrating being able to hold his breath for 7 minutes. It's like, before I couldn't keep my breath walking up the stairs, but now I can hold my breath for 7 minutes since I've given up smoking. And he was an amateur free diver. I went,
Wow.
that's pretty cool.
I hope there was a little disclaimer there that's like, if you're a smoker and you stop smoking, that doesn't automatically mean you get 7 minutes of holding your breath. That's not a normal human amount of time.
No, it's definitely not. But
I can't believe you asked how long we could do a marathon 100 meters, and you haven't asked how long we could hold our breath.
well, because I roughly know how long you probably could hold your breath.
How long is it?
About 45 seconds to about 70 seconds.
I was gonna say like 3 minutes. I'm pretty good. I've made
3
it.
minutes.
I will tell you what. So back in
What?
the day, me and my brother used to have competitions where we swim under the water because we used to like Lara Croft, right?
Okay,
She would
so-
swim underwater,
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so we would swim across the pool. I almost passed out, but I made it
Yes,
across the pool at Big Splash and back. And I literally,
That's 100 meters.
100 meters?
I literally almost passed out.
Holy.
I was like,
That's pretty impressive.
never doing that again.
How old were you?
But I had to beat my brother.
How
Well-
old were you?
Well, maybe like 12.
Damn.
Okay. Well, Carlin, we will definitely test this out to see how long you can hold your breath.
Yeah,
And
and
then
head
we'll
out to the
also-
socials for a 3-minute silent video of Carlin holding his breath.
No, we
I don't
can
think I
speak
could do
in-
that now.
we can
I
speak
reckon,
up,
like, yeah, I think you're right. Like, nowadays, maybe 70 seconds. I think I'd be lucky for that.
Well, when you hold your breath, I was trying, just going, occasionally you get across your feed one of those, check your lungs are healthy, hold your breath, those kind of videos.
Here's an ear test of the noise. Like,
Yeah,
can you
those
hear it?
things. And it's just curiosity to see if you're a normal, healthy person. So the pain that you feel then comes in stages. So when you first hold your breath, you don't want to overinflate and do a big and hold it in because you're building so much pressure. But when you do hold your breath, you then feel the pain like, oh, something's hurting. But if you get past that pain, most people don't push past that first bit of pain.
Yes. Yes,
Well,
I wouldn't.
One of
there's
the
a
things
pain
I
there
did
for a
that
reason for
helped me
that.
go longer was like I'd take a big breath, but then like I would let little bits out as I went, and that's like, and then once you're out and you got no more to let out, you really know you're in struggle street.
You get that pain, and then that pain will disappear. And then you get a second, sharper pain sensation.
I can vouch.
And then that one will disappear.
I'm feeling it now.
Hey, if you hold your breath long enough, all pain disappears.
And then,
Just a little
well, I
hack.
won't spoil the feelings you get after those first two waves of pain.
Some
Okay.
say that if you hold it long enough, you don't have any feelings anymore.
Mm-hmm. Don't try that at home, though.
Yeah,
please,
yeah.
listener.
Disclaimer.
Okay, so the sport of freediving. So there are 6 widely recognized disciplines in freediving. And they're split into 2 main categories.
Are we guessing?
Yeah, if you'd like to guess, please guess.
Okay. Well, like,
I'd say like deep ocean.
yeah, as how deep you can get,
Mm-hmm.
that'd be one
Yep,
surely.
I will call that one depth.
Yep.
Like,
Duration is like,
Yeah.
just how long. Doesn't matter how deep.
I'm sure there's like a minimum. Like, all right, I just put my head like an inch. I guess. I mean, you can still drown
I
in an
don't
inch of
know,
water.
yeah.
Like,
And there's 3, you say.
There's 6 disciplines, and they're split into 2 categories. So there's depth is one of the major categories.
is speed in it? Because like you don't want to come up too quick because the bends.
No, speed isn't
Yeah.
one of the categories.
So it's like, I got up so much quicker than you. It's like, well, you're not gonna beat me at that again.
Is it like how much you can do while you're down there? Because like there's
It's
a
like
big
solving a
difference
Rubik's
between.
Cube
Well,
when
yeah,
you're
there's a
at
big difference
200
between
meters.
like
I think you're overthinking it. So we've got ocean
yeah,
is another word for
is
the
it
depth
ocean
one.
and
and-
like then like freshwater ones as
Oh,
well.
well,
Pool,
pool.
Pool,
Yes,
yeah.
so the
Yeah.
pool disciplines.
billabong, croc infested, not croc infested waters.
It's making me like think of like those giant pools that they do like the diving practice in that are like super deep, like
Mhm.
and you see like Instagram videos and it's like whoa, it looks so fun. I'd do that.
Yeah, so as I said before, there's a great chance that you guys, Carlin especially now that we know, and listeners at home have unofficially competed in freediving events. The most likely that you've competed in is called the static apnea, which is how long you can hold your breath in the water.
Yeah.
Just pure, go as long as you can. And the DNF, the dynamic no fins.
Not finish.
I was gonna
Oh,
say, I don't think
God.
you'd want a DNF in freediving.
Rest
Dynamic
in
no
peace.
fins. So that event is you are in a pool, you then take your breath, you submerge, and then no part of you is allowed to go breach the surface, and you swim for the greatest distance possible.
So that's what Carlin did. Well, I don't know if you
No.
broke the service.
I was underwater the whole time. Like you go under and then we
Yeah.
swam the whole way and back. Is that yeah?
Yeah, so it's like if your back of your head touches up, then you've breached.
Yeah,
See,
no,
then you
no, underwater because it's like
yeah,
Lara
you got to
Croft.
be
Like
fully
this.
under.
So you
Yeah,
competed in that then.
Yeah.
And then that's the no fins category, so you're not allowed flippers or anything.
See, actually, that's one of the reasons why I would like breathe out little bits as I go because I felt it helped me to get a nice deep breath, but also you're fighting like the buoyancy when you have a nice deep breath. So like by like letting some out little bits at a time, I'm like fighting against the buoyancy a bit easier.
Imagine being the lifeguard there. You just get this kid that's just
Oh, he
he's
just- he
slowing
doesn't see
down.
me.
He's floating.
Oh my god, this guy's still going.
Okay, so Natalia Molchanova, she was born in
Russia.
Russia, yeah.
That was just a guess.
in
Yeah.
1962.
Is that stereotyping?
With a surname like that, it's...
Yeah. We're a multicultural globe, you know.
Okay, well, she was born in 1962 in Russia, and began swimming in her early childhood and loved the weightlessness of being in the pool. She attended the University of Physical Culture and Sport
That sounds so Russian. To stereotype the University of Physical Culture.
in Volgograd. She began fin swimming for the first time. She completed a master's in sport and competed until the age of 23 in fin swimming. Then she had 2 children and continued to swim for fun and exercise, but no longer competed.
Did she do water births for her kids?
I don't know.
Someone that loves water that much.
I didn't see that in my research. So when her children left for tertiary schooling in 2002, Natalia, who at this time is 40, read an article about the sport of freediving. So she got in contact with the author, Julia Pertrick, and organized and did a few training sessions with her. And almost instantly after a few sessions, Natalia developed the love for freediving. And she felt that it was an overwhelming force in her life. So she decided, this is my new passion. This is my new life goal. I want to compete in freediving.
That's like a midlife crisis turned right on its head.
Yeah.
Like,
So
I have
using her
purpose.
master's in sport, she then started teaching underwater sports at the Russian State University in Moscow.
So what
Nice.
are these
What-
underwater
yeah,
sports?
what-
Like underwater hockey?
Mm-hmm. Freediving, fin
Yeah.
swimming, and that's...
That's it.
That's about
Underwater
I'm
cards.
sure there's other underwater games and things, but underwater hockey is the main one that I know in freediving. So in her time working at the university, she published 20 articles about underwater sports and training, the science, that kind of program. Not just I'm coaching a team in playing underwater sports, but the physiology, how you improve in your capacity to compete in a different environment. And then started her journey going towards her PhD. And her thesis was laying the basis in training competitive freedivers. So she competed in her first competition on the 26th of April 2003, within 1 year of first discovering freediving. In her first competition, she, in the dynamic pool discipline, so this one you're allowed fins, she got 142 meters, coming first at the Russian National Championships.
You're only 42 meters shy.
I'm not far off.
You weren't far off. If only they
And
were-
you weren't even wearing fins.
I wasn't. I was just using my own fins.
Are you like Michael Phelps, where your feet are just giant and your fingers are like almost slightly webbed and you just absolutely built to be swimming?
I just stayed calm and swam.
like your life depended on it.
Yeah. Well, because I noticed too, because I made it to the end of the pool and that was a real challenge. And then on the way back, I say I made it all the way back. Maybe I didn't make it all the way back. I'm not entirely sure. I was loopy. But I know I made
say
it to
you
the
did.
end of the pool. And then I was like, I see my brother turn around and start going back. And I'm like, I guess I'm going back. So I'm swimming back. And then I see him give up. And I'm like,
I have to go a bit further.
I was close to halfway. And I'm like, yeah, we can make it to the end. And I don't know if I made it to the very end.
Next thing
I
remembers
genuinely don't
he
remember.
was on the side of the pool.
I did make it up though, but I was because I was getting there and I just was when you're in a video game and you're taking damage because you're underwater,
Yeah.
it's you've run out of breath, the breath time is gone, but now your character starts going
Or one where it's you run out of oxygen
That's
meter,
how I felt,
and
yeah.
then the screen starts to go to black, and
yeah,
you're losing all your vision.
that there was red, the pulsing, in
Yeah.
Call of Duty when it's and I'm just oh.
So 1 month after, Natalia competed on May 26th in Cyprus, where she got a distance of 150 meters, which was the world record
Wow.
for the dynamic
So she was only 8 meters off her first
in
time.
her first competitive attempt. So in 2004, Natalia started developing her own monofin. So a monofin, instead of 2 flippers, is 1, kind of like a mermaid.
Mm-hmm.
So they had some that were designed for speed in water. But she went, I need one that's meant to be more relaxing and you can get the most out of it for the minimum amount of effort you put in for endurance athletes. So she was designing it specifically for free diving. So in November 2004, she set her first continental record in a depth discipline of 43 meters.
Impressive.
Nice.
So that is, hold your breath, swim down 43 meters, and then swim back up all on one breath.
No, I didn't do those other things, but I did the first part.
Yes, okay. So in 2005, she became the first woman to dive the Blue Hole Arch in Dahab, Egypt. So it's like a coral formation that makes an arch, and free divers swim underneath and through it. It's pretty cool. Looks pretty cool on pictures and stuff. Don't tell me that was your best attempt at holding your
Well,
breath.
it wasn't my best attempt, but I thought, well, this is a talking show, so I should probably talk.
Okay.
Also, I felt that little chest pain. I was like, I'm not pushing through this. I don't need to impress anybody. My lung capacity.
What about the listeners?
Great. Well, roast me in the comments, listener. See how long you can hold your breath for listening to this show.
So in August 2005, she won 3 gold medals and got 3 world records at the first and inaugural AIDA Individual Pool World Freestyle Championships in Switzerland.
Do they have an acronym to shorten that?
Yeah, good.
AIDA is the acronym.
The what?
AIDA, AIDA.
Yeah.
So in the static apnea, the holding the breath competition, do you want to guess how long she was able to hold her breath?
Well, Carlin said he could have done 7 minutes
No,
back in the day.
I said like.
He said 3 minutes.
Yeah, 3 minutes. I think he said 7 minutes about something.
Yeah, there was
else.
the smoker who then...
Yeah, the smoker.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's
okay,
7
okay.
minutes, and I'm like, gosh, I don't think I could do 7 minutes.
Yeah,
but
okay,
like,
3 minutes.
I think I could, like, at my peak, definitely I could have done 3 minutes.
Well, I reckon, if a smoker with a bit of training can do it for 7 minutes, maybe close to double that. No,
Whoa.
maybe. I don't know.
So the
What?
audio listeners though didn't see like the
14
shock
minutes?
in my eyes. 7 minutes and 16 seconds, and became the first woman to ever pass the 7-minute barrier for breath holding. In the dynamic no fin, 124 meters, and the dynamic with the monofin, 178 meters. So that's 3.5 Olympic swimming pools completely underwater in a single breath.
I'm actually really cross with Ben.
Yeah.
Do you know what he's done?
What?
He's turned on manual breathing.
Oh.
It's no longer automatic, man.
Well, he hadn't turned
I'm
it on for
sorry.
me
Yeah,
yet.
thanks for turning it on for me.
Maybe he didn't do it for the listeners.
Now you've
well,
done
I
it,
hope
Colin.
you have to manual breathe too, listener.
Listener, you're also manually listening.
Yeah. You have to listen to every word, process
Yeah.
it one by one.
Don't zone out while you're driving and then come back. It's like, wait, what did he say?
So in September 2005, 1 month after her 3 gold and 3 world record performance in Switzerland, she went to France for the inaugural constant weight championships. So the constant weight is, there's a guideline, and you have your fins and a nose plug, and you just swim down as far as you can and then back up. This is the one she did the 43 meters on her first attempt ever. In this one, you're not allowed to touch the rope. You're not allowed any weights. It's just the fin is the only thing you can use. So she won gold and got a world record in this category as well with an 86-meter dive.
Damn.
Gosh, that's a big upgrade. Double.
Yeah, from the first ever attempt to now, 2 years after.
She's like, you know what? I reckon I could have done double that.
Yeah, which is insane. Like when you look at the videos, I saw one of someone doing a man doing his one, and there's like a camera following the line down, and you just see the water get darker and darker and darker until it's almost like black. You can't see a thing.
Yeah, do they have
That would be
lights
horrifying.
or anything?
The cable is like has a light on the bottom, like shooting up, so you can see the cable. And then when
Right.
they go to serious depths, they have like a belt that has a cord that's attached, and it's like one of those retractable dog leashes.
Uh-huh.
So if they at any point get disoriented, they can grab their belt, pull to the line, and then climb up the line.
Yeah.
Imagine
But
it's
then
like
you get,
it's like in Nemo
trouble.
with like the the anglefish thing, like
Oh,
with
yeah.
the light and everything. It's just like following the light, like swim.
So in November 2005, she competed in the triple depth comp in Dabhab, Egypt. and got
Triple depth.
Yes, so there's the
It's like triple jump. But
yes,
like,
but there's 3 different depth
you swim
disciplines.
like this.
So you've got the constant weight, no fins, which is considered the purest form of free diving. So that's when it's just you holding your breath and you just swim.
Mm.
Then
Free ball and the free diving.
yes.
I like how long it took to process.
You've got the normal constant weight, which is where you're allowed a fins or a monofin. And then there's the free immersion, which is then you can use that line. So you can pull yourself down on the line and then pull yourself up on the line. But you don't get fins. It's just using the line to then control your speed.
So how much do you have any information about like the pressures and the certain times that you have to stay at a certain depth when you're going down or coming up so you don't explode your lungs or...
Well, there's general diving rules. So what they do is the depth plus the time in that depth shouldn't be more than 120 for experienced divers, but 60 minutes for beginners. So if you're diving at 10 meters underwater, you can only stay for 50 minutes before then you start having problems. So if you're diving 60 meters, you can be there for 1 minute.
Right.
At a beginner, but that also includes the time you have to get down there and back up if you're staying there for a prolonged period of time.
Because you're going through all those other zones.
Yeah, so when the bends, like nitrogen getting into your blood from being at different pressures, doesn't really have an effect when it's a single breath. The problem is when you're then metabolizing the oxygen and getting more from a tank, that then your body needs more to come with. But since you've got the pressure, the air pressure from one single breath, free divers don't really get the bends because they're only going down for such a small amount of time.
Okay.
But I don't have the precise information of when you're 30 meters deep, the pressure is like 3 times. That's something I could easily look up.
Bit of science.
So for your question about the pressure that you actually feel down there, so human beings can exert about 120 to 162 psi for a bite, biting as hard as we can. So that's pounds per square inch of force. So when a diver is at a depth of 100 meters, that pressure on their body will feel like someone is biting them, maximal human effort all across their body.
No thanks.
I don't feel pressure. I'm built different.
Pressure? What pressure?
Pressure feels me.
Okay, so back to that November 2005 triple depth competition, where she got 2 more world records, was the no fin immersion at 55 meters, and the free immersion was 78 meters. So Natalia Molchanova became the first and only free diver in history to hold all world records in all 6 competitive disciplines.
Damn.
Over the course of her career,
Sheesh.
they have like the top 40, how many weeks you're at the top of the top 40 consecutively or in total as an artist. She spent a total of 5 years and 5 months throughout her career holding all 6 world records.
Wow.
Okay, so
Is holding like a pun there?
no, just that's what they call it. So let's talk about some of the scary things that can happen in freediving. Because when you go down, it's just you. If you panic and lose your breath control, you can easily drown, especially if you're 40, 50 meters under the water. No one's following you down all that way. You're going solo.
Your brothers, you left him behind.
So
it's just you now.
We'll talk about a blackout. So Natalia had a blackout in 2007 at the IDA World Championships. So what is a blackout? A blackout is the loss of consciousness.
A couple of weekends ago.
So
to all my friends.
this comes back to the interesting pressure discussion. So blackouts usually happen in the last 10 to 15 meters of the ascent back from the depth, as the body has limited stores of oxygen left, and as the pressure is lowered, and your lungs then expand, your blood pressure drops, so then you're getting less oxygen density in your blood, so it can feel like a shut-off of oxygen going to the rest of your system. So blacking out is a safety mechanism to preserve the limited oxygen you have left to keep your brain active so you don't have brain damage.
Your computer blue screening.
Yeah.
Or is this like, when you stand up too quick and you go all fuzzy, is that like a low level of this sort of thing? Same sort of principles at work, or
apparently that has something to do with like blood pressure and stuff. So I guess in some way,
maybe in some way. But this safety reflex is pretty useless when you're underwater by yourself because you're going to lose consciousness and you'll just drown.
The human body giveth, the human body taketh away. Hey, when you're underwater, splash cold water, we'll make it. The spleen will start kicking in. Oh, you want to get out of the water? No, no.
So we push for this dive. We've pushed past that first stabbing pain in the chest. It's gone calm again. Then we've had the second stabbing pain in the chest, and then we get
had
to
all the biting.
Yeah, have the biting. We're on the way up, and now it's okay. This third one, and then instead of disappearing gradually, it just stops all of a sudden. And
that's not a good sign.
We're hit with this feeling of utter calm.
Is this like what you feel before death?
Yeah, I think people report that.
Euphoria.
Well,
you feel just a wave of niceness coming over your body. And that's, again, your body going, hey, we are dangerously low on oxygen. I'm going to make your brain say,
this is it.
happy, so you don't use more oxygen by thrashing and being scared. So they say that when people black out, the last feelings are the best feelings they've ever had. It's like a high that you like to chase. So it can be really scary. So that's why for free diving, for it to be completed and considered a successful dive, you don't touch the rope unless you're in the free immersion. And within 15 seconds from surfacing, you need to be able to yourself remove your nose or mouth plugs and give the okay symbol.
Mm-hmm.
If you can't do that, your dive is failed.
Do you remember, it was a few years ago, there was that movie about like the medical students that figured out they could like medically kill themselves and then come back to life, and it was like the best feeling ever for them?
I don't think I've seen this movie.
I didn't see it. This was just
I don't think I've heard of it, but
it sort of reminded me of this. Like, you're getting so close to death, and then you chase that high again of it. It's like, oh man,
this is my inner anxious thoughts. But like sometimes I'm just like, I feel really good right now, and then I'm just like, am I about to die? Like, I've been thinking about it lately. I'm like, oh, it feels good.
Well, I hope not.
Oh God.
I don't know if you've heard the thing of like drowning is a really peaceful way to die, as long as you don't fight it. Fighting it, then like they go, there's drowning can be a peaceful way to die, but you can't fight the experience at all.
That's got to be in my top.
Yeah, I imagine it's a pretty scary way
to die.
I think the worst, drowning in an enclosed space.
Yeah, in like a box,
in a coffin buried
like
underground, filled with water. Oh no,
like keys somewhere else, and I'm not getting out.
And there's rats crawling all over you too.
That being said, though, second awful way to die, literally just being in a box underground.
Yeah,
I've watched Kill Bill. Awful.
Well, there are ways that are like being tested for like euthanasia, where you get into a box and then they just replace all the oxygen with nitrogen because your body can't.
That would be awesome.
It doesn't know the difference.
Yeah,
so then you just slowly fall asleep and then you suffocate, but you're already asleep. So they go, it's a pretty humane way to go. And it's recently made. I don't actually think it's prevalent in the movie.
Put them in the fun box.
Project Hail Mary. If you read the book, one of the astronauts go.
Spoilers for Project Hail Mary.
Yeah, okay, I won't. Yeah, no, bugger off. It's our podcast. Yeah, so
I haven't seen it already.
It's not in the movie. This doesn't feature in the movie.
Well, I might read the book.
One of the astronauts decides, yes, well, it's a one-way trip. My preferred method of, suicide is nitrogen because my body can't do it and I just fall asleep.
See, I definitely agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just keep feeding me nitrogen.
Yeah. So Natalia blacked out on a 95-meter dive. So she was getting to the depth where it feels like your whole body is being bitten by a human.
Oh.
And then she was okay. So she came up, she was resuscitated and just wasn't fully unconscious, just at that blackout point. So they bring you to surface and they give you a little smack on the cheek and talk to you and force your eyelids to open and start you breathing again. And the human body's pretty incredible at then just staying alive when this kind of stuff happens. So in 2010, she got her PhD and co-founded Molchanovas with her son. So this focused on education. She focused on the education and training side, while her son focused on the design and production equipment for freediving, including the monofins, dive suits, nose plugs, goggles, those kind of practical equipment pieces. In 2011, Natalia broke the 100-meter barrier for control diving. It took 4 attempts in competition, and she became the first woman to break this 100-meter barrier. So in free diving, the 100-meter barrier is like the 1,000-pound club, but a lot more difficult. Not many divers actually get beyond 100 meters, and it's considered a massive accomplishment because you're further away than you get to see parts of the world that vast majority of people don't even get to go to ever.
Yeah.
Being 100 meters down in the ocean.
That's pretty crazy. Just
a
to, like,
long way.
to push your body all the way down there. And then, like, the mental strength to get all the way down there and to be pitch black and everything. Like, to stay focused and know where you are.
Yeah, after the recording, I'll show you a video of someone trying to break the world record. I think they got it at like ridiculous depth, and you're just watching it and you're like, okay, he's gonna drown. I'm so scared. And it's like 3 minutes into a 7-minute dive or 6-minute dive. It's pretty crazy. So in 2012, she created the first official Free Divers Federation instructor course. So she used her own teachings, her own teaching materials, and that she'd been perfecting since she started teaching underwater sports, and her techniques and procedures that she personally developed during her own training to be a free diver, to create a course on how to teach instructors. So she was doing the course on how to teach teachers how to teach free diving. So her
teaching the teachers to teach.
They weren't official teachers before her. She made the curriculum for teachers, and her teachings were widely accepted as the golden standard for free dive instructors.
I mean, that's sort of like almost a given if you're the only one teaching it.
Well,
not that I'm saying
yeah.
it isn't going to be really good, but it's like, oh, this is the best course out there that you can do.
It was the first like officially internationally recognized course
like,
where it's like, oh, my buddy Jim, he's really good at holding his breath. He'll teach you. If you can
Step one, stop smoking cigarettes.
Right, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. It's like that teaching style. If that then became universal,
It's like Heather Mackay, Mackay. Heather Mackay. It's like Heather Mackay writing the book on squash.
Yeah.
It's like, well, okay, you're the one who did it.
So her guide was translated into 14 languages and is still the standard in instructor training. So from her career really starting at an international competitive level in 2005 through to 2015, Natalia broke the 7-minute, 8-minute, and 9-minute barrier in static apnea with a record of 9 minutes and 2 seconds, which is second all-time in the world today.
Wow.
In the dynamic pool, 237 meters.
Whoa.
The dynamic no fin, 182 meters. The constant weight depth dive, 101 meters. The constant weight no fin, 71 meters. And free immersion, 91 meters. So in her career, she won 69 gold medals, 3 silver, and 2 bronze. She still holds 5 national records from her 6 events and is ranked no lower than 13th in any discipline 11 years since she stopped competing.
Damn.
So
Totally.
why did she stop competing?
Don't tell me she died.
Well,
people die. It's something. Please tell me she didn't die competing and trying to break the world record and then...
she did not die in competition.
Okay.
So on August 2nd, 2015, Natalia Molchanova was giving private lessons off the coast of Spain when she went missing.
Oh.
It's believed she was diving to an approximate depth of 40 to 50 meters when an underwater current dragged her down and away from the dive site. No body has ever been recovered.
Chinese submarine.
She's swimming with Harold now.
Yeah.
That's sad.
So at the 2015 IDA World Championships, a new award was announced. The Natalia Molchanova Award, given to the best male and female athlete in each year's competition. So that didn't necessarily mean the best. It could mean who had the best practices, best results, best technique, decorum, how they impacted the world of free diving, not just did they win the event.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, a feature-length movie called One Breath was released as a loving tribute to her life above and below the water, and that was a Russian artsy film. Her son Alexei still runs the Molchanova business and the diving school, and is also a free diving champion in his own right. And her daughter Oksana is a free diving instructor and a judge for IDA international events. And Natalia's work is still being used to inspire the next generation of divers through their instructors. And just for the end of the episode here, I'll leave you with a quote from Natalia. Free diving is not only a sport. It is a way to understand who we really are.
That's a nice quote.
It's a nice quote.
Did
I
you-
feel like it's the same for a lot of sports, though, if you think
Yeah.
about it. It's
Did-
like when you truly like just take the time to like get to know your body and I don't know,
Push yourself to
see what its limits are and understand it. You know, yeah.
literally going to depths no one else has reached. Did you feel like you'd learnt more about yourself when you did your free diving competition?
I learned I'm better than my brother.
We already knew that one. The only
Probably-
thing your brother's got going for him that you don't is his name,
Bad name.
James.
So we've talked about 6 of the typical events. There are new or a bit out there events. So they have a new one called No Limits, where you strap yourself into a sled
What?
that then drops down incredibly fast, and then you just have to get back up. So it's like 250 meters
What?
under the water. You just clip your flippers in, and it just drags you under the water,
That's horrifying.
and then you
That's
release and have to swim
That's
up.
awful. No,
Yeah,
that
it's-
sounds like a torture method.
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Well, that's a good little thing to have in our minds for our little break. When we come back, we'll rank this story on our very scientific Wild and Mild ranking board.
We'll see what depth this story gets.
Welcome back to Wild World of Sport. This is your first time diving with us. This is the part of the show where we go to different depths of the story we just heard to freewheel it onto our board. I don't know. I lost the...
Okay, don't hold your breath for a good
That was a layout. I set you up for that one. On purpose. I'm such a good team player. But yeah, this is the part where we go through the story we just told to see where it ranks on our Wild and Mild board. Because the whole point of this is to find the wildest story from the world of sport.
I think the whole point is to go to Tampa and drink beers and eat pizza
And
and
also
chicken wings.
just to get an
And
appreciation of the different sports that you don't see or hear about very often, and the wild people and characters in those sports.
Yeah. And if this is your first one, go back, listen to the other ones.
Yeah, and start stalking Carlin.
Yeah.
Yep. I asked for it, I guess.
Yeah, you'll get that
We'll
one.
see if I don't
Gotta
like
go
it.
back. All right, so it's going up as Moldova. It's not the entire sport of free diving that we're doing here. It's her impact into the sport.
Molchanova.
I was like,
Moldova.
Or
Moldova.
Molchanov, because there's 2 different spellings, depending. So there's some of the information I was getting was Nova and the other ones were Molchanov, but I thought Nova sounded cooler, like a star.
I like
There you
it.
go.
She is a star. Well, I don't like. It's funny. This is like we've set the precedent already, but I sort of want to go back a little bit. Like, I don't know if someone being the best at their sport and being so much better than everyone else is like, do we really want that to be the wildest thing? Because it is like objectively freediving's wild. Someone being like, I mean, it's all of that argument. It's like someone would have come along eventually and broken all these records. That's how records work.
It's making me feel good, like euphoric, like I'm about to die or something. That's the kind of feeling. But it's like, just in the sense that it's like, I don't know, these are the kind of stories of like, I don't know, someone just coming in and sort of defining a sport and like really showing what you can achieve if you do it right. I don't know. It's really wholesome and nice. That's my initial thought. Is just like, oh, this is a really nice story. And like, wow, what an incredible achievement and everything. Am I feeling wild? We really need to work on our ranking system.
Yeah, even
The science could
to not
be
be
cooked
like
up.
crude or unsympathetic with her death, but like I don't want to sound really mean, but it's not that wild that she died doing this really dangerous sport.
Yeah.
Like this is one of the risks that happens with it. It's not like someone has a heart attack playing football. It's like, oh my god,
It's like the world's best free climber slips on a rock, and it's like,
Yeah, like is it Alex Hales, the crazy free climber, did the Burj Khalifa or some?
I think you're thinking of Tom Cruise.
There was someone did like a thing recently, free climb. It was like live
I
streamed
think
on
it is
Netflix.
Alex
Yeah.
something, but
Alex Hales is a 2020 cricketer for England.
Oh, let me look it up. Let me look it up.
I can't remember the guy's name. But yeah, I know like Alain Robert or something.
Alex
like
Honnold.
that. Alex Honnold. Yeah, there we are.
Yeah.
think it was Alex something.
From free solo climbing El Capitan or whatever it is. Yeah, if he fell off and died, you'd be like, that sucks. That's really sad. But you also climb without any safety equipment. Like, it's probably going to happen eventually.
Yeah.
The thing that I stood out to me is she only started competing when she was 40 and kept competing till 53, 54 and was a champion. Like, when we think of people in their physical prime, it's usually not post 40s.
Well,
And then just her love for it. So in her training materials, part of it was being grateful and thankful to nature and to the ocean for looking after you. It's you need to build this calm relationship with the water or you will die. You need to be grateful and thankful every time you get to be in her depths.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I think just the nature of how calm she is making it feel less wild. But I was actually thinking, I think it belongs decently far up.
Yeah. How far up are you going? Where do you want to start? Mark and Henry. Is it above Mark
It
and
just
Henry?
feels arbitrary the way I'm tugging at the other stories. Because
Yeah.
it's just a different ball game. It's a whole different sport to a lot of these other things.
If I could lead you guys off, I'm thinking it's below the Jamaican bobsled team, personally.
So
I mean,
just under halfway.
I could be happy around that area. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'd
think
be
it's really
convinced of that.
interesting. Wrote the book on free diving, made the equipment for free diving. She is a big reason in how the sport's developed since the 2000s, and the most talented free diver ever. But it's also, she was just really good at it, and her whole life was being underwater and free diving. She was really competitive, helped build the whole international scene, but that's not wild
Yeah.
in the same sense as,
It's incredible
Hey,
dedication and everything.
let's get the military in Jamaica to make a team to then go compete at the Winter Olympics. That just is more wild than this lady is a
Yeah,
genetic
okay. I
freak
feel that.
and
We'll
loves it.
work on it at the end of the season.
That's
anyway.
my thinking.
I'd be happy with that. Do you think there's more books at the local library about free diving or about bowling?
Or squash.
We should do something where we have to we pick one each and see how many books we can find.
Well, Bill Fong hasn't. I don't know. I don't think he's written a book about bowling yet. That'd be cool. I'd read his book about
Now,
bowling.
if we ever go to Texas, was it Austin that he lives in?
Yeah, I think it
Yeah,
was.
we'll go to his bowling shop. Okay, I'll pop this up.
Just below Jamaican bobsled, above 1909 NRL Grand Final. There's 2 spots on the board above Heather Mackay. There's a spot below Sweet Kiss of Death and above bobsled. Then another spot between 1909 Grand Final and pigeon racing. But we've got plenty more stories that we're going to have to fit in somewhere. Maybe the mild can shift a bit lower. The wild font can get a bit smaller. Because just because we missed last week doesn't mean we're shortening the episodes. It'll just be going an extra week longer than we would have thought. That one doesn't
This
count.
guy
listener.
works
Don't
us
worry.
so hard. In fact, he makes me work breathing in toxic chemicals. It makes me work extra week.
We won't do the breath holding competition now because you're messed up. But listener, I encourage you to try out your mammalian dive reflex. If you're not, in danger of any other health reasons where you shouldn't be holding your breath, and don't push yourself too far, whatever you feel comfortable with, but just get some nice cold water, put it in a bowl, dip your face into it, and then hold your breath. It'll make a difference.
Like
But
waterboard
the day
yourself a little bit.
before, do it without that, so you've got a control. Well, this is scientific after all. You want to have a control.
Yeah, you'll see about a 10 to 25% increase for someone who's untrained and up to a 90% increase for someone who can train the way they hold their breath.
And if you can't do it, at Ben.
You're not a mammal.
Yeah. Where can people at you if they want to be mad?
I prefer they didn't.
All right. Well, what if they
leave-
want to be nice?
Well, if they want to be constructive, I'm happy to take a compliment pizza. Is that what we decided on? Just let us know on Spotify, Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, Audible, social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook at Wild World of Sport Pod.
Mm-hmm. Let us know with your reviews. Write a nice little message. Give it those 5 stars.
Toppings.
Yeah,
Just
the
the
stars are the
compliment
toppings. The reviews are the toppings. And
We want 5 toppings,
yep.
and I want lots of sauce.
Make sure you put some. We'll listen to the delivery
Cheese.
instructions as well.
What would the cheese be?
The
The cheese is the bit that melts it all down. It's the delivery of
Yeah.
how well did you deliver the compliments.
What if you did like a half and half pizza? Like, how does that work for
Well, I'm
We
just
don't do half and
complimenting
halves. They're
one
all
thing.
good pizzas.
No, I'm saying like for like a compliment pizza. It's like, oh, Carlin's really funny. The other guys aren't very funny. And it's like, oh, one half of the pizza's getting a lot of love.
No, you'd be like, oh, it's the best podcast because blah, 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 blah. But not just that. Also, this other half of Tasty Pizza, they're also amazing because of this.
Forget about making it on the pizza. It's a separate thing. It's the cheesy garlic bread.
Yeah.
Because like, mate, you got a great pizza, and then there's cheesy garlic bread as well. It's like, oh, well, this is a great meal.
Or how about a compliment beer? You could
Ooh.
just, I don't know, buy us a beer at TAMF. Come to TAMF, see us, buy us a beer.
Yeah.
I'll appreciate that more than anything.
Mm-hmm. But if not, like, subscribe, follow, tell your free diving community.
You're a swim instructor.
Yeah.
Everyone, well, not everyone. Some people don't know how to swim, but most people learn how to swim.
Very common in Australia, at least, that
Yeah, like
you
all
learn to
kids.
swim.
Yeah,
Well,
If you don't swim,
go swim. Go learn to
see?
swim.
yeah. Swimming's great. It's great exercise. It's great
Mhm.
for you, especially if you can't have a lot of like heavy contact. So like if you've got arthritis or joint pains, or you're recovering from surgery, swimming can be a great way to do it. That's like low load for you. Water aerobics. That stuff is tough when you actually do it properly.
you should
But
keep your head above water though.
Yeah, make sure you get waterproof earbuds or earbuds so that you can still listen to Wild World of Sport while you're doing your swimming.
Or just put it on the speakers like,
Oh yeah, play it through that for everyone.
yeah.
Do you reckon there's a swimming beep test? Sorry, that just
Oh, that would be
Oh,
awful.
God.
it's like the 50-meter pool.
that sounds awful. I'd be awful at that.
Even if it's the 10-meter pool, I think it'd be pretty terrible.
It'd be cool doing like the partner beep test. And it's like you get to the end and your partner's like diving in and like, oh, and then he's got to get out. And then you got to dive in
Oh.
again when your partner gets back.
Is it like the life-saving one where you have, I think Australia won it, where it was like one person swims, the other person gets like the rope, and then they have to touch the other wall, and then you pull them back in.
Smashed it. Yeah.
You'd hope we'd smash it.
Yeah.
Amount of beaches we have.
Yeah.
Life-saving culture here.
All right, let's get out of here.
Okay.
I've been James Wybrow.
James' brother Ben, no relation.
I'm James's brother, the Ben.
Oh,
I thought that was
I
going to
see
be
what
awful.
you did
but
there.
I was sitting on that one for a while. I'm like,
I like it. I like it. And that's why it was good to start with you, where you said James's not, or whatever you said at
It's
the
all a
start.
plan.
yeah,
It's all thought
foreshadowing.
we
out.
came full circle.
Yeah.
Full circle.
All right, we'll be back next week. Bye-bye.
Have a good one.
Bye. It's like burning plastic to you.
A little bit. Smells like like heater that hasn't been turned on in a while.
Is it something you should be concerned about? I
I
don't know.
can't smell anything.
It smells like, warm burning,
Where at?
artificial burning.
Where at?
I don't know. I just started smelling it all of a sudden. Am I about to die? It smells very strong, like some sort of rubbery burning. I don't think it's from in here. I feel like it's coming from outside.
Maybe it's on the side of
I smell it more over my chair, which is weird, but I can smell it there. That's really weird.
It's gone now for me. I can't smell it anymore. Carl's just having a stroke.
Sniff right above my chest.
Oh, yeah, wow.
It's probably this battery thing then.
Can you smell?
Oh yeah, okay. Well, let's turn that one off. And yeah.
Are we getting toxic chemicals right now?
I don't know.
What's this feeling of euphoria?
Yeah. Well, rip that one. That's an actual. That one's from Kmart, and that one's from Temu, and that's gone better.
Wow.
I'm scared. Well, that's your
No,
side.
we'll be okay.
Hey,
We'll be
there's
okay.
going to be a payout if Wild World of Sport kills me from toxic fumes.